The entire backbone for how I want to garden this year is about saving money. It's about how far I can stretch my budget, how I can be thrifty, and how I can spend creatively. I want to grow my garden a lot this year, but I want to do that in the best way possible. So my gardening budget has to start right now. So now may mean in the colder months, it may mean during the off season, or it may mean whenever you get this reminder, because this reminder is every single time we go out to the garden center or, walk through a plant sale, we have to keep in mind that we have a budget and we want to work wisely with the dollars that we have. So in order to be diligent, let's take a look at where we are and what we could do right now to keep our gardening budget intact. One of the things we can do is go clearance shopping. Checking out our local garden centers right now may show us that there are things like statuary, bird baths, things that can become permanent fixtures in our gardens that are on clearance right now. Plant clearance. Maybe there are things that we can start inside of our house. Maybe there are plants that are on clearance that we can use to propagate, to begin rooting these plants in water so we have more when our gardening season begins. Perhaps we can find hardscape, stepping stones, gravel, other things like that on clearance. All things that are necessary to grow our gardens but are on discounted prices right now. Maybe you're not going to put it in your garden right now, but you can at least buy it, have it, and keep it until you're ready. Something else we could do right now is go to secondhand stores, thrift stores, or utilize Facebook Marketplace to find great deals. Keep in mind, people are organizing themselves right now, especially after holidays. People are getting rid of things that are no longer suiting their needs. We can find a plethora of goodies in all of these ways. Utilizing Facebook Marketplace is not too challenging. If you do have a Facebook account, it actually is quite easy. You can look for something specific in your targeted area and say you only want to drive within 10 miles of where you live, you can make that happen too. And I just did a search from my local area. I was able to find plants for sale, and I mean both indoor and outdoor plants that other people have been caring for, have potted up, that cost a fraction of what I might pay in a garden center later in the year. So plants, it could be outdoor furniture, again, that statuary, that type of thing, rocks, bricks, things to make hardscapes, all of that. You just never know what kind of goodies you can find. What else can we do right now? Well, one of the money-saving tips that we had talked about in a previous video, which I will link below, is starting your plants from seed. Seeds are out there. We can get our seed shopping and planning in mind now. Let's go ahead and buy what we need to so we are ready and prepared. If we're not starting from seed, maybe we are propagating again through rooting or something else, but we're getting a jump start on the plants and not spend full price dollars when the garden centers have the plants available at full size. Another thing we can do right now is get ourselves organized. We want to be organized for when the full-fledged growing and planting season starts, because we know our hands are going to be in the soil. We're going to be working hard out there, so we can get organized right now. What does that mean? One thing it might mean is designing a plan for your garden. Maybe you're not a great artist, maybe you are, but maybe you can try to sketch out or imagine where you want new plants to go, or where maybe possibly you want to plant a tree so it blocks the afternoon sun from hitting another spot in your yard. Things like this, garden planning, can be awesome for your organization. And then when you go out plant shopping, you are not as tempted to buy expensive things or things you don't need, because you know what you want to fit your plan and design. Also, in the vein of being organized, maybe you want to just organize your shed. Maybe you have a potting shed. If you're lucky enough, maybe you have a greenhouse. I have a greenhouse. I have shown you before how incredibly unorganized it can get at times. Right now, I'm taking the time to organize my greenhouse, make sure it's working for me, so when I get in there, I have efficient workspace, I have cleared out workspace, and also, of course, I want to be taking care of the plants that are in there as best as I can. I want to make sure that they are spaced out and enjoying their life inside of the greenhouse. My greenhouse is messy. I'm taking this kind of mild winter day to get inside of here and get myself organized. Some of the things I have to do are, we started to build a table for me to be able to work on along the side, which is awesome. It isn't complete yet though. So I need to figure out how to organize my table, maybe put some wood up at the top to try to finish it off, definitely organize all the soils and things that I have underneath, and then get my plants laid out in a way that makes them super happy, where they can get all the sun that they need. So also, you'll notice a lot of the plants have diatomaceous earth sprinkled all over them, so they don't look that great just as a viewer, but greenhouses like to get bugs, and I don't want that. So yeah, here we go with some greenhouse tasks. So right behind me is the kind of stone that I like to use for all of my pathways, and what I like to do to save some money is if I can find the bags that have been ripped open or whatever and then rebag so they are on discount, like these. I don't know if you can see because the sun is right there, but finding your bags of stone like that is a great savings. Incidentally, as I am finishing up some organizing and work in my greenhouse, the stones that I have found at the garden center are on sale, which is awesome. I'm using them as the base ground in my greenhouse as well as pathways in my garden. So anytime I can pop into the garden center and get the bags of stone that I like at 50% off because it's an open bag sale, how could you possibly beat that? I'm trying to share with you the best ideas that I have for saving money while we're gardening. If you have other ideas, please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to share them with other people as well, because that's what this channel is all about. Sharing our garden passions, ideas, and currently ways to save money. Thank you so much for watching, and happy planting.